The Jersey Shore are getting a taste of Broadway. The Ruth Stage Theater Company is bringing Edward Albee's classic The Zoo Story to the Jersey Shore Arts Center.
And joining us today are cast members, three-time Emmy winner Christian Jules LeBlanc and critically acclaimed stage actor Matt Duragatis. Both of you, good morning and welcome.
Hey,
Great to have you here.
And I was the critical one who acclaimed him. Yeah. I praise him with great praise now, but I was critical.
Christian, people know you as Hazel, does as well from the soap opera world.
I worship you, Hazel, and thank you for my career. I usually thank the grandmothers and the mothers too, because they were all like, my favorite line we were talking about is not during my stories. Oh. Settle.
But you also have a passion for the stage too. So why was the Zoo Story one you had to pursue?
Well, this is actually a dream.
I made him.
Of course he bends me to his will.
I called him up. I said, "You're doing this." He really didn't have a choice.
Yeah. I mean, I have loved theater. One of the first people I ever worked with on stage was Julie Harris. You know, the old school people, and directed by Charles Nelson Reilly. And it's been years. And Matt gave me the opportunity to do Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, which I'm from New Orleans.
He was Big Daddy in the original.
And he was Brick, so we had it out several times, you know, and it was off Broadway, and we had a moving billboard. I mean, your actor fantasy, especially if you were, my first place I moved out of New Orleans was New York, and to be with somebody who has been on the stage constantly, and he's the guy. I've always had great respect for someone who says they're going to do something in this business, and they actually make it happen. Yeah. And he's one of those people. So I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, you're critically acclaimed.
I am critically acclaimed.
For those who aren't familiar, though, with the Zoo Story, can you talk about what the storyline is and why people really resonates with folks?
Yeah, we kind of talked about this backstage. We don't want to give away too much because there's a little bit of a secret ending, you know. But, you know, Edward Albee, this was the first play that he wrote, and it really put him on the map. He's the author also of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf,
which is one of my favorite
Yeah, so it's two guys on a park bench in Central Park. One guy is from one class, and the other guy is from another class. There's themes of isolation, and it starts off as a friendly conversation, and then it gets totally out of control.
Crazy.
But we can only give that teaser. We don't want to give away too much. You know?
But it is
unless you have anything to add to that, Christian.
It is fascinating. I mean, it is.
It's a one act, and it rides. I mean, it's like 1 hour, and it's a roller coaster.
And it's very different. This was the school of writing and theater that was coming out of that Tennessee Williams was actually dealing with after Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, when it was getting more avant-garde. You had, you know, all the way to the extremes of, you know, Waiting for Godot. It's something, you know, it becomes so much more intense, and the wordplay and the language being used, and like I said, he was in his 20s when he wrote this. So
and it's just two characters.
Fascinating, yeah.
And it's a very different experience when it's just two versus, say, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof when there's 11.
At close range, it is a bench in Central Park.
And we were very dependent on one another.
If you go into my feed, I'm actually sat on a bench in Central Park, and I was saying, yeah, what could happen?
Who are your characters then?
Okay, so I play sort of I wouldn't call him homeless, but he lives in a rooming house, Jerry.
Okay.
And he's a publishing executive. That's Peter.
Yeah, I'm a very kind of conservative, meek and mild publisher. I publish textbooks. That's what I do.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
And my character is sort of, you know, one step away from living on the side of the road.
He's deeply disturbed.
Yeah. Those are the fun characters, the deeply disturbed characters.
And you know, the Jersey Shore Arts Center there, it's a very unique space. They're kind of cozy.
It's an historic building. It's a visual and performing arts center. And I live in Asbury. And so...
I've never been to the Jersey Shore.
He will today, yeah. We're going to go clubbing tonight, but before...
There you go.
Yeah,
Forget about it.
Yeah, so basically...
See, this is where I get in trouble. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's a great theater in town. Like I said, visual and performing arts center, and so now Ruth Stage is moving in there as a resident company, and we're using it as sort of a farm system.
It's our Boston.
It's our out of town tryout. You know, so we can
win over the
local crowd,
those people.
Sort of a pipeline to New York City production. So we'll start.
This play was okay. Come see it.
So we start them in Asbury. We work out the kinks, and then we bring them into New York.
Busted.
So.
How do you get any work done with this guy?
He never shuts up. I tell him all the time.
I found your coffee. And it was the very bottom of the
I had to go
barrel.
yank him out of the green room.
Todd
Chatting
knew.
with
Todd
everybody.
He gave it to me.
I'm like, dude, let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because you've got such a great crowd out there. You've got some guests coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Real quick,
tired now.
What are you though hoping that folks are going to take away from this production? It's kind of this even the theater kind of lends to the whole timing of this piece.
I think first off, the legitimacy of Ruth Stage
Yeah.
as a company that can take serious theater and put its own spin on it and to win over audiences to some of the classics. Because with Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, to bring something like that and hit this
Yeah,
kind
I mean,
of
it's sort of our mission statement
Yeah.
is reimagining the classics, but through a little psychological bent. Because I have a background in psychology, so I like to focus on literary characters that may have some personality disorders going on, and certainly Jerry does.
I thought it was they were like family to me.
Yeah, so
guys.
Jerry's a very interesting character,
Yeah.
and we're diving into the human condition. So I think that will resonate with audiences.
Well,
I
Matt,
think.
Christian, great to have both of you here.
Such
Yes,
a pleasure,
thanks
guys.
for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thanks for
It's
having
a great
us
way
back.
great New York morning.
Yeah.
And the Zoo Story runs for 3 nights only on September 4th, 5th, and 6th at the Jersey Shore Art Center in Ocean Grove. For tickets and more information, head to Ruth Stage's website.
Go check it out.
Yeah.